students, in the second part I am going to explain you importance of history. So the first importance of history is the history is the storehouse of knowledge of the past. If we want to get knowledge about the history, we have to get some books and we can read. It is the knowledge of the past events and some total of the experience of our forefathers. We want to ask anything about our past, so we can gain that knowledge from our forefathers. And the incident discovery of fire, even that we will talk about the ancient time, so how the fire was discovered, we can get the knowledge from the history books. Next is, it informs us about the evils that have been followed in the society. Evils like hunger, poverty, disease, illiteracy, uneducated people and expanded of the land like imperialism, and how man has been trying to fight against these evils like sati pratha was there, glad that pratha was there, this system, and time by time these systems have reformed. It is also telling, informs us about how the society was followed these type of the custom. Number third importance of history is it enables us to accept diversity of races like caste, languages, religion as the real one. And history gives us the message of mutual tolerance and respect for each other. So even that many that was diversity, it was diversity is there, different type of the religions were that was followed by the people, and it is also gives the message despite of these many diversity, we were just thinking we are the one citizen of one country, one nation. So it is also giving the message about the mutual tolerance, that is we are just like a brotherhood feeling, they are just what increasing, and respect for every religion is there, like because of India is a secular country. Number fourth, it generates a feeling that the whole human race is one family. Even that I told you about that many, that was India's diversity is there in India. Due to that, it also feeling of brotherhood among the man. This was about the what, the importance of the history. We can get knowledge about the evils that have been followed in the society, and even that through this history we can learn how past societies, system, ideologies, government, cultures and technologies were built and how they operated, how they have changed. It is also important to study because it is essential for understanding the world around us. Next is British Raj and Indian history. If we will talk about British Raj and Indian history, there was a time when history was seen as details of battles. Account of battles were there and big incidents are there, because the most writers were dependent on the kings. So they could write only about their achievements only. But now the people are taking interest in reading. When the reader have increased at the time and the print market was also increased, this make them free from the financial dependence on the ministers and gave them freedom to write about the common people. The life of the common people they have started to write. So at that time they were not dependent to other people. There were many historians who started writing about British rule in India in 1817, like James Mill. We will talk about James Mill, a Scottish economist and political philosopher. He wrote a large volume books, The History of British India. He divided Indian history into three periods: Hindu, Muslim and British. This book is a historical work in which James Mill began to show history, character, religion, literature and what that was laws of India, because these things were different at that time. So Major James Rannell was an English geographer. About after this, one more that was geographer was there, and he was also the pioneer of oceanography. Oceanography is who did the study about the oceans. So Rannell surveyed the Ganges river starting in the autumn of 1764. So the main purpose of the survey was to find a waterway from Calcutta to the northern regions. He read the Akbar's biography, Aine Akbari, that was written by Abdul Fazal. He read about the reign of Akbar. It included a complete detail and account of the empire and his administrative and land revenue, known as Suba, Sirkar, etc. But the boundaries were not exactly set, nor were other important geographical features like river, mountains, etc. that represent in a map. So British Army, that was after his retirement, he again constructed the correct map in 1783. He called it the map of Hindustan or the Mughal Empire. So, few stuff was placed at his disposal at the time. The people were doubtful on surveyors what he has written the wrong records at the time. So, some people have resisted him. Once Ranel almost killed by some sannyasis. These were about the explanation of British Raj and Indian history and mapping India.